Hello, good morning. My name is Dr. Apollo. So today, let's continue our discussion of the segment of our business operation. So today, particularly, will be angle into the concept of market position and business opportunity, establishing market position and sorry, understanding local, national, and international culture. So let me discuss now what we mean by understanding local and national, international culture. So in the organization, there's such thing as some groupings of people. So, so company is striving into this kind of groupings. No? So culture refers to the shared values, norms, practices, and social behavior of particular groups. For example, American, British, German, Japan. Okay? So culture can be understood at local, national, and international levels. It's playing a critical role in business, education, communication, and global relation. So let's define local culture consists of customs, traditions, dialects, and practices, no? Specific to a small geographic area or community. You can see the tribes, right? So they have a ritual, language, they have norms, tradition, customs. No? So that's why they are unique. They have a chieftain or the leader. No? Example, in Cornwall, UK, the local culture includes the Cornish language, regional festivals, like obviously and culinary practice, Cornish pasties. Okay? So application, business entering, local markets must adapt specific customs. For instance, Tesco tailored its product offering in different UK region. So that means that they have a different packaging, different color. So to reflect local taste, no? So that's the way it is now for you to make money, for you to make sale. No? Let's talk about national culture. This encompasses the values, traditions, uh, social norms of an entire country. So this time is a group of many people, but they have a common language, often shaped by shared language, legal systems, and historical histories, like Philippines. No? So they have Ilocano, Bisaya, Mindanao, Banag, Kapampangan. But the national language is Tagalog. The same with this one. National culture. Great. So British national culture emphasizes values such as politeness, punctuality, and strong sense of individualism, according to Hus. Application, national culture influence workplace behavior. Yeah, example because it's groups of people. Example in Japan, decision making is often group oriented. But in the US, it tends to be individualistic, and so that's the difference between Asian and Western. International global culture, so refers to the norms, the practices, no? And values that transcend national borders. So often influenced by globalization, migration, and multinational corporations. So because these are people, no? So we have black, brown, red, white, and then we and the combination. Okay. Example, the global spreads brand like McDonald's, Apple's, and entertainment like Netflix reflects the shared international consumer culture. Its application, international culture affects global business practices. For instance, companies like Unilever localize products while maintaining the unified brand identity to balance global and local expectations. They keen to it. So that's why you can see different, same product but different sizes, color, texture. Etc. Then we have cross-cultural theories and framework. So this framework includes dimensions like individualism versus collectivism, power distance, uncertainty, avoidance, masculinity versus femininity, long-term versus short-term orientation. Take note of that. Example, UV scores high on individualism and follow on power distance, indicating a preference for autonomy and flat hierarchy. So that's in UK, individualism. From Penar's seven dimension of cultures, we have universalism versus particularism, neutral versus emotional, specific versus diffuse, achievement versus ascription, and others. No? So used in international managers to design culturally sensitive management style and HR practices. Circle. So the real world application web sectors, business, application of cultural awareness. Business adapting marketing, negotiating styles to different cultural contexts. Education developing cultural inclusive curriculums. Healthcare, delivering culturally competent care for diverse population. Politics, shaping particular policy through understanding of cultural differences. Okay, these are our references. Okay, so let's end our discussion for this segment. Okay, and then I will continue on the next session, on the next topic. So, thank you for having with me. And bye for now.